Welcome to a new episode of the Doing Deuce podcast. It's your boy Deuce.
With your boy Doa.
And this is the gambling preview, gambling picks, college football, whatever, NFL. Let's get it, man. Before we start, you know what it is. It's short brand all day, every day. Official brand of Doing Deuce podcast. Link in the description. What it do, dog?
Man, you know what it is, man. Had a good weekend last weekend. Trying, you know what I'm saying? Get a good weekend this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So last week we went total. We went 3-3. Dog carried the week this week. You know what I'm saying? Dog went 2-1. I think Dog, you hit the Ravens. You hit the Ravens, and I think you hit
I had two NFL. I had everything with NFL.
Yeah, you hit the Ravens. I think
and I had
Jags.
Jags.
The only one you didn't hit was Washington.
Yeah.
You hit Washington. You had Washington -7, even though they covered. But you hit Washington in real life with your bet, though.
Right.
And then I had my best was my lock bet hit. I had USC point total first half over 27.5. Them dudes had 49. That shit was a layup. And then I lost. I had Jalen Milrose over 50 rushing yards, but he had the yards, but he lost it on sacks. And then I had the under in the Northwestern versus UTEP, and they started off slow, and then Northwestern started getting busy in the second half, and that overhit. But here we go. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I got a 3-0 week coming up, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I got 3-0 week coming up, yo. Feel like I got it in me, yo.
Okay.
Ready to get it popping?
Let's get it popping.
So like I said, if y'all new to the channel, we do 3 picks each. College football, NFL, whatever props, whatever we feel like is a winner is a winner. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. My first pick. I'm going to the Maryland Terps tonight. Maryland versus Virginia. Maryland at home, blackout. And this is what I'm betting. I think I found a little cheat code. These bets is mainly on DraftKings. Give me Maryland point total over 30.5. I think Maryland gonna put up numbers. The point spread is 15 right now. I think Maryland gonna cover the point spread against Virginia. Virginia phony, but Maryland be suspect with the spreads. Yeah. So I'm not fucking with them on the point spread, but I think they will score 30 points. So give me Maryland. Maybe at 30.5. Give me Maryland 30.5 point total.
Okay.
Team total.
All right. My first one, I'm going with Denver versus Washington. Denver -3.5. Washington struggled with Arizona. Arizona was phony. Yeah. So they're going to go to Mile High. I think Sean Payton's going to give Ron Rivera the business. You know what I'm saying? So I think Denver is going to win probably like by 7, honestly. But it's -3.5. Give me Denver.
Yeah, that's crazy. I looked at that game, too. I looked at that game. All right, here my second pick. And I think I found the lock of the locks of like for betting. Here go another first half team total. And a lot of the books don't even be having these. I know DraftKings, out of all the books that we use, Caesars, FanDuel, Fanatics, BetMGM, DraftKings the only one that allow you to do first half point total. So this point total, I'm going Alabama coming up allow us 27.5 first half, meaning they only need to score 4 touchdowns. They're going against South Florida. So look, I looked at the stats. South Florida, I think they lost to Western Kentucky. Then this is the kicker. They barely beat Florida A&M. And Florida A&M had 5 turnovers.
Ooh.
But Florida A&M had 5 turnovers. They had 5 turnovers, like 3 of them in the first half, and they only won by 14 points. Then I looked a little bit deeper, right? They let Florida A&M torch them in the air for almost 400 yards passing.
Damn.
Florida A&M.
Take it to the house.
So what do you think Alabama gonna do? If you can't check Florida A&M wide receiver, Florida A&M is out of the MEAC. Mm-hmm. They should have no business putting up them type of ad numbers against South Florida, who's in the AAC or whatever, the American Conference. Mm-hmm. So I looked at that. I'm like, man, give me Alabama over the point total. I realized, me and you, we've been betting first half for a while. Mm-hmm. It never been about the point total. It always been about if the other team got a lucky touchdown or some shit like that. They always scored. Like, even with back they did with Alabama, it was like, all right, they're going to put up 35.
Right.
And the point spread might be 28 or some shit, and the team might get a lucky touchdown. Every time I lost the first half bet, it was always by 1 lucky touchdown. if I go back to the Ohio State losses I had, if I had just a point total and I didn't worry about the other team,
Right.
you know, fluky shit do happen in football, muff punts and shit like that. So that's my second pick. I bet that. And I'm telling y'all, go bet that. Alabama minus 27.5 against South Florida first half point total.
All right, my next one, I got the Pats and Dolphins. Dolphins was high. You know, they put a lot of points up against the Chargers. The Pats, they had as I watched that game with the Eagles, the defense was good. It looked like they made again, the Bill Belichick, he's always going to do what he's going to do. But I just think the under at 46.5, I'm going to take the under because, look, I just feel like Miami's offense, if you give up big plays, they're going to score. But if you don't give up big plays, they're going to struggle. And that's what I think Bill Belichick going to do. He's going to play two high safeties. Tyreek Hill, they're going to just give him all the underneath stuff. They're not going to give him nothing deep, and they got to get pressure on him. So, I don't give a fuck who going to win, but I think the under is going to go under 46.5. At the skin, I think the Dolphins, if you watched that game last week, the Chargers is Chargers. That coach is horrible. He's supposed to be a defensive coordinator, a defensive coach. And the two is out there playing 7-on-7. So, yeah, I just think it's going to be a different game. 46.5, it's a lot of points. I like.
Yeah, they're going to slow it down. I just heard something, right? You know, Tua is 4-0 ATS against Belichick.
2-0?
Tua, 4-0.
Or 4-0?
4-0. Yeah, that's a solid bet. Like, the thing is, I bet they hyped up the point because, you know, Miami put up all the points against the Chargers. But like you said, Belichick is a smart coach. He ain't gonna give up them big ass plays.
And then the Chargers ran on the Dolphins like crazy. So if the Chargers gonna run on them, what you think Belichick gonna do?
Right.
I'm bet that I'm gonna put some butter on that. I like that.
All right, now here go my last bet, and this is another solid one. I'm going to NFL. You know, I'm a college football dude. I'm going to NFL on this. I'm strolling down, and I realize that's 2 Monday night games. Like, hold on, Cleveland is favorite against Pittsburgh.
You got what I got.
Like, yo, please tell me why you think Cleveland is a 2.5 point favorite Monday Night Football at Pittsburgh. So I'm like, kind of a rivalry, you know what I'm saying? It's a division game. Mm-hmm. I'm going Pittsburgh, give me the plus 2.5 with Pittsburgh, yo. They probably gonna win. They probably overrated Cleveland on that win against Cincinnati, yo.
We both got that. That's my last one too. That was what I said. Mike Tomlin 2.5. You give Mike T 2.5
Monday Night Football.
Give me that. I said I snatched that up. So yeah,
Cleveland still got the same phony ass coach.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski.
Man, get the fuck out of here. I looked at that shit. I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me that AFC North game, Cleveland is a 2.5 point favorite, yo? Like, the Ravens would barely be pushing to be a favorite against them at Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Almost a field goal favorite on a Monday Night Football. Like, give me Pittsburgh. Like, I would sprinkle on the money line, but just go and take the 2.5. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to take that for sure.
Yeah, we both got that's both ours, so we both got that.
So all right, so here we go. My picks were, you gotta get this one quick because the game about to start in a few. Give me Maryland team total 30.5. Then I got Alabama, and Alabama crazy off of losses too. Alabama minus 20, over 27.5 team total first half. That's a lot. I bet money on that shit. That's a lot. I'm gonna catch my ticket on that one, and I got the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 2.5.
And I got Denver, the Denver Broncos minus 3.5 over the Washington Redskins. The under 46.5 for the Dolphins and Pats, and Pittsburgh 2.5. Plus, give me plus 2.5 over the Cleveland Browns.
All right, now I got another one for this. This is a bonus bet. It ain't no line yet, and it might not be no line. But Morgan State versus Towson. Morgan State versus Towson tomorrow. Battle of Baltimore, and they normally drop the line to them lower level games on Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. So I want to see if they have a line. But for some reason, the odds makers can make good spreads for Morgan State. No lie. I even realized last year a couple times Morgan was a 20-point underdog, and they won straight up. Mm-hmm. And this season, they were the underdog against Richmond. Beat them. They were the 24-point underdog last week against Akron. Should have beat them straight up. So most likely they're gonna have Morgan some underdogs again, probably against Towson. And if they got the lineup, I'm taking Morgan. They fuck around beat Towson. They must got some good dudes, yo. Because Akron ain't really that bad. They must beat Akron, and they beat Richmond. It is a home game battle of Baltimore. Them dudes are hungry. If that line is out, go ahead and try to check that out. Cause I'm definitely gonna check it out if they make a line for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, David. I'm telling you, I mean, you know how you look at stuff from afar. And I remember last year, like when we first started getting sports betting, I'm looking like, damn, Morgan, though, they was 30-point underdogs. They won straight up, and that shit happened a couple times. I think the odds makers have a hard time with that level of football. They don't know. Right. There's no way that a team is a 25-point underdog and they win straight up. Now they might cover, but most times you 25-point underdogs, you ain't winning that fucking game.
That's what Phil Steele was making his money, like going crazy. Phil Steele record was like not like 900 winning percentage on the
FCS game, right?
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah. So that's one to look at. You know, so that's a bonus bet if it's up there. All right, that's it. We about to wrap this thing up. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.